I'm gonna do a short stream. Yeah, Geometry Dash decided to crash when I opened it. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. This will be a very short stream, probably just like an hour. So like an actual short stream, I think. Alright, so in the last video working on this level, in the last streams I've done, I worked on this snake part. Anyway, I left off here, and now I'm gonna work on this part right here. I have a cool idea. This will be very fun. I think I'm gonna make that timing easier. Alright, GZ Games. Never speak again. I hate that. I hate that sentence with a burning passion. I think I'm gonna make this a little bit easier, a little bit less tight. Like that, maybe. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I haven't been sleeping super well. Just a lot of stressful stuff's going on. I just decided to do a little stream, just kind of feel a little, I don't know, a sense of normalcy. Get back into some kind of routine. A lot's been going on in life, and yeah, no, it's been pretty stressful. Not gonna lie. Okay, I do have a really cool idea for this part. What I want to do is I want to have the ball kind of back here, in the background, and then I want to have like a foreground above everything. That, so you see how the you see how the spider pops out like that? I want to have a foreground in front of the spider, that moves faster. So like the funny number, let's go. It's so funny. Group 69 will, at least it's not group 67. Apparently that's worse now. I said in my last video, I said it took me, I had to make like 6 or 7 levels before one got rated, and people were freaking out in the comments. I didn't even know 67 was a meme until like a couple weeks ago, when someone in my Discord server mentioned it to me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think maybe like I'll have this move half double the speed of the camera. So if I did -1 here, have it follow the camera in the opposite direction, that'll make it move twice as fast as everything else. So I think I'm gonna go with 0.5 right there. There we go. You see these moving. So these will be in the foreground. Entire comments are, yeah, I know. Anytime anyone mentions those numbers, just the comments totally freak out. It's I don't understand. I watched a video talking about the meme, and dude, I don't get it. I don't understand you guys, you Gen Alpha. I might, yeah, I actually might have this move at double speed. do that. You love moving the player on the Z-axis. Yeah, this will be fun. Okay, this will just take a lot of trial and error to like put things in the right position. Though, unless I use area move, I could use area move. Be cooler if the player went from mini to big when going to the foreground too. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know. No, going from big to mini is kind of silly, but I want it to feel like the camera's opening up a lot more and the player's like a lot smaller in comparison to everything. So it's like very zoomed in on this part and then it zooms out, and I want to make the player mini to kind of accentuate that. Does that make any sense? Or am I... Maybe I'm just insane. I don't know. Yeah, I could try doing area move instead of just move. So that was group 69. Let's see, I go with, I think it's this option. I do XY mode. This doesn't follow the camera by a certain percentage like the move trigger did. So that's a disadvantage. But it should still work. Whoa! What was that? What's happening? Oh, wait, I gotta give that a center group. I don't know what the camera was doing there. Okay, I want it to move the opposite of that, or maybe it's this. I always forget how to do the setup. I don't know, the blocks are like coming apart. That's an issue. I just have to trial error this. Skibidi Toilet was 2 years ago. Feels like longer, actually. Here, I'll allow the message. It got held for review because it said Skibidi in it. Based auto mod. Okay, target group 69. Lock to the camera -1 mod. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that and then trial error everything into place. Dealing with Twitch chat is already a task and a half. YouTube would be so much worse. Yeah, I have not done a YouTube stream and maybe one day. It just seems very difficult to manage. Like you said. Okay, this is gonna take time. Whoa! When I hit the spider orb, oh! Wait, when you hit this spider orb, it creates that effect. And that is spawned by an event trigger that never gets stopped. That's why. Yeah, when you click a spider orb, you can see there it spawns all this, and that's for this spider orb specifically. So I gotta stop group 70 after that is all said and done. the gradient trigger. Gradient trigger's pretty cool. I would probably use it to like connect the blocks to the background in this part. One second, I'll be right back. There we go, I need some water. I have some decaf coffee. I haven't been drinking regular coffee because I've been stressed and haven't been sleeping super well, so regular coffee is a bit much for me right now, but I've been drinking decaf sometimes because I like the taste. But it's less hydrating than just normal water. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't have music. This is a travesty. There we go. That's better. Wise drink decision, thank you. You like the new... You like event trigger and spawn trigger and collision blocks are good, yeah. Event trigger is nice. I like the event trigger. Yeah, maybe I'll put something in the middle here. Excuse me. Okay, you kind of land on the edge of that platform, so maybe I'll put a spike here. And a spike there? I don't know. That's not centered. There we go, now it's centered. I want to click twice there. So you have to click this spider orb to avoid crashing into this wall, but then maybe there's like another spike right here, so you have to go back down pretty quickly. You could try that. Move that back to where it was. I don't know. Maybe I'll just not do that. Dun-dun-dun. Okay. Excuse me, I can put a spike at the end here. What will block design be like when I decorate this? It's hard to describe what I want to go for. Be like Rob Top style, but like more cooler and better. It's really hard to say like what I want to go for. I have ideas, but I don't know how to describe them. brain better. Big brain is bigger than small brain. That is true. That is in fact correct. You didn't say better. It's just bigger. And yes, big brains are bigger than small brains. Maybe put a spider web after there. I feel like you don't hit this spider orb late enough. It feels kind of awkward. With where you hit it right now. Okay, good. You still died to those spikes. So you still have to hit it. Can move that over. Move that over even more. I'm also gonna move this over. That's a bit of a tight timing at that speed. I have a section at the end similar to Clusterfunk's ending. No, I have actually, yeah, it won't be at the end, but it'll be near the end. I also have a section similar to Clusterfunk's ending, back here. This is like before the first drop, so this isn't even a third into the level, but I'll have a callback to this part near the end, not at the very end. There'll be a section after it for the final drop. Might as well play the drop really quick. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? But yeah, you could see back there I had a part similar to the ending of Clusterfunk. Can I sing more? Da 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 dun dun. Glad you asked that. I always sing this song. Da 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 dun dun da 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 dun da 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 dun 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 da dun da 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 dun 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 dun. What's that doing up there? Dun da da dun da 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 dun da 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 dun dun da dun dun da dun dun da da dun da da dun dun da dun 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 da da dun da dun 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 da dun. Da dun 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 da dun 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 da dun 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 da dun dun da dun 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 da dun dun dun. Yeah. Sometimes my falsetto is better than other days. Some days it's better. Some days it's better than other times, and other times it's better than other times. Yeah, you're just kind of clicking the music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You go back up. Maybe some blue pad shenanigans would be could be fun. Could be cool. Move that over. You want like a spike. You gotta have a reason to click that. Oh, the pads don't have the group, the funny one. Okay, maybe I'll like invert this gimmick, so now the ceiling is taller there instead of the other way around. Dun 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 dun. It should be custom orb slash pad, maybe in a different level. I don't have any plans for that in this one. Dun dun. I want to not do too much custom stuff. I have like the snake gimmick, the snake game mode. I don't want to add too many other things. Don't want them to detract from that. Most of the gimmicks in this level are not centered around like game modes or pads or anything. Snake orb that spawns 1 million snakes and crashes your game. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with fire. I don't know when you click there. I could move that over. You kind of want to almost buffer that input after the blue pads anyway. Click to the music. I keep on forgetting to take one earbud out. I always do that to sync. Yeah. Could be a little more lenient. I think I could stand to move these both over a little bit. I'm not really hitting them in the middle. Doesn't feel like. Alright, nice. I like that. I like it, Picasso. I can move that back over there. I think that's a good idea. Wait 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I'm just letting my mom know I'm streaming, but then we got talking a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, back to building. Maybe I'll do some like saw blades too. There. Another one, can I like mirror that over here? I died. What a conundrum. I don't like dying. It's bad. Try not to do it. You can skip the spider part by double clicking the first spider orb. Oh yeah, good point. Let's fix that. There we go. Now you cannot do that. Maybe I'll do a small gear up here. Another gear down there. Saw blade is killing me, so maybe another small one down here. What am I dying to there? This saw blade? Do we not put that there? Is that bad? Is that bad and not good? Maybe do a big one there instead and a small one here. Maybe I'll do like the classic up down right here. We also skip the dash orb into the spider by clicking really early. I don't know if that's possible. I could see, check if it's possible. Show hitboxes, there we are, and show hitbox trail. Oh yeah, I made the death and player hitboxes green. I forget why I did that. I think it was like for chroma keying or something. I don't remember. Okay, let's see. We can test this theory. I click right before. Oh yeah, you can go up there. Okay, good point. That's a problem. Let's make that not a problem anymore. Like so. There we go. Like that. Okay, I don't know where to click. Let's see. Maybe I'll play some glow and see if I end up clicking on the glow. Actually, that is pretty much about where you click. That's pretty accurate. Okay, I'll just do this. What? What are you doing? Let's make these pillars. Maybe click in between them. I'll probably do another regular gear here. I don't know. Actually, no. Yeah, I tried that and it didn't work. You go down pretty early here. How would this play with the gear up here? Okay, just no gears. No gears at all. Gears bad. Okay, on this last one, the spider needs to, like, go off screen. I'm gonna put a platform up here where you can't see it. And that'll teleport the player, like, back in. I'll make the player a UFO. I want the player to be a UFO for the second half of this. I haven't used any UFO gameplay. And then I'll switch back to the spider, so it'll go ball spider, UFO spider. Big ball, mini spider, big UFO, mini spider. The dash orbs in this part are buggy? What do you mean? You're supposed to go through the floor here. I set it up to do that. Okay, and then let's see. I teleport the player like right here. I want to zoom the camera back. What was the camera zoom at here? 1.5. So zoom it back into that. Yeah, 71. Let's teleport the player to 71. Okay, make sure they become UFO. Make absolute certain. First dash orb in the ball is skippable. Yeah, you'd be right. What do I do about that? I'm not sure, actually. that's a hard one to sanitize. Maybe I'll worry about it later. Do I have a to-do? It's future me's problem. Capable. Okay, we teleport the player to 71. Static force. I make that like minus 20. I want the player to kind of be launched back into place. Whoa, okay. It's a bit too much force. A little bit much there. Let's do minus 10. Why am I dying? Let's remove the big portal. Make it here instead when the player gets teleported, whatever. That's when the player will become all the things they need to become. Oh wow, now the force is like barely anything. The difference between 10 and 20 is night and day. It's like exponential or something. Okay, 15 is also not enough. I don't know, maybe the game mode it is affects it. Let's try minus 20 again. Because now you're mini spider when you're getting teleported. Okay, cool. I only read highlighted messages? No, I read other messages sometimes. If you put a blue pad behind it and move the dash rib upwards, it'll be more enforced blue pad. Yeah, blue pad, that's a good idea. Very smart. Okay, that should fix it. Yeah, very smart person here. Thank you. Is it Cloth? Oh no, it was Lena. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, I need to extend this. It goes up really high. I think that's to fill out this section. That does not need to be filled out nearly that far. Jeez. Yeah, I don't like how this lines up with the walls there. I wonder if I could get away with moving all this half a block down. Please let me select. Would that work? Or is that a silly idea? Why is there a UFO portal right there? What's that doing? How does that work? Yeah, it still flows all right. And then here, let's see. These are in front of the player. There's the ones that are behind the player. Okay, these are the ones behind the player. So these need to extend until the end of the spider section. Right There. Okay, and then these are group 65, and so when the teleport trigger hits, I also want to toggle back on 65, so now the ground is in front of the player again. The Game Boy is broken. Wow, is that a broken Game Boy reference? That's crazy. T2. All of these are T2. I'm just gonna put everything here. Do I put everything on T3? Maybe I just copy and paste this whole thing. Put on layer 5 or something. 72, T3, extra, no touch. So I'll toggle off 72. I'll toggle it on right here. So it's still in front of the gameplay in the background. That's 72, right? That's the group I gave it, yeah. Yeah, it is. What did I just die to? Yeah, chat doesn't stop. Once they get started on a bit, it'll go on for a very, very long time. What am I dying to? Gets toggled back on there. These have a hitbox, but I shouldn't be dying to those yet. Those should be toggled off right now. These in the background are no touch. What am I dying to? I'm like dying to this block here or something. What if I move that out of the way? Do I still die? What am I dying to? What am I dying to? What am I dying to? Dude, what am I dying to? I don't get it. I'm gonna like slow the game down. See if I can figure it out. Okay, I have to play the entire thing at slow speed, at 0.1 speed, because if you pause while there's like follow camera movements going and then play, it breaks it. I forgot. That's a thing. My bad. Never noticed the little bouncy animation on the fire when you start dashing. That's kind of neat. This is gonna take a hot minute. I think you can skip that green orb. Okay, what am I dying to? Oh, there's hitboxes right here. Where's the ones with hitboxes? Where are those? Where are they? Where? Layer 3. Well, those have hitboxes, but these don't over here. Do they? Do they actually have hitboxes? Is the game just being dumb? Well, I'm not dying anymore, so that's good. I'll make these ones no touch. That button that says no touch, yes. Make the force more intense on the UFO too, so it bounces back into place. It gets launched back into the center of the screen. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, and it like lands on the one with a hitbox. Oh, that can be set up better. Okay, we love to see it. I love when things just work. It's a rare occurrence with this game, but sometimes it happens, and it's very beautiful. Nice, I like it. Okay, I think I might build the UFO gameplay, and I'll build the second spider some other time. I have more time to live, more time to whatever, however the song goes. I don't remember the lyrics. Okay. This is annoying and in the way. I'm just gonna take the entirety of this section of gameplay, all group 69, and move it out of the way so I can actually work on this gameplay. Yeah, when you do da-dum, like that. So, put like a blue orb here. Move that over a little bit, actually. Like a big gear here. We'll put a start position here. Be mini spider. Free mode. I think we're at slow speed for this part. Yeah, we are. I got flip gravity. Okay, now we're there instead of where we were supposed to be. That's very cool. Okay, let's move this over. I'll place a start position like after you hit the blue orb or something. Just have to make a bit more gameplay. maybe another blue orb. I could do that if I so dare. I'm scared of the horrors you've created. Yeah, that is... I mean, I'm kind of locked in, but also that. Chat is also very scary to read. I do read chat sometimes. I'm just like focused on building. Okay, yeah, that flow's okay. I'm gonna move that over even more, actually. Want it so you hit both of these orbs. I kind of got to position things a little bit better to make that happen. Don't reach out, it's a nightmare. Yeah, that's fair enough. Hello, texted Explo 1T. Welcome to the stream. Exploit, that's what that says. I figured it out. Skip the blue orb, a peak coin idea. Yeah, maybe. Coin. How does that flow if you skip the blue orb? Oh. Well, in order to find that out, I would actually have to skip the blue orb. Oh well. Apparently that's too hard to do. No spacebar. Yes, I do play with mouse. You can probably hear. Maybe I'll do like a double dash orb setup. Do a pink dash up here. I don't know, that flow's weird, I don't like it. I want the dash from direction to reverse for the second input. Maybe I can put a green orb here. I'll move this back even further. A double green orb setup, I guess. I don't know. If you skip the blue orb. Yeah, I'll think about it. Could try bouncing the player into a block. You have to click the spider orb to go down in time. Yes, and then you gotta click the other dash orb here. Yes. Yes. Okay, that works. Low-key sleepy, get some sleep. Have a good sleep. If you're sleeping. Sleeping's good. I'm gonna save up for the emote. Well, good luck. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, and you'll like get pushed into the ground here or something. I'll figure that out later. That will do for today's stream. This is a little easy. Could make this harder. do another small gear instead. Okay, yeah, that'll do. That'll do for today. Let me just really quickly... No glow. Yes, good. Yeah, I like that. Might move this back a quarter block. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Maybe I'll play from 0 really quick before I end. Y'all can see the progress. Hit that forward relay. I might nerf that timing. Oh, come on. I guess I'll play from here. Love this part. That's what I have so far. Yay. Skeletal shenanigans. That makes me curious. If we search by all demons ever really quick. Where's it at now? Okay. 12th most popular demon ever to ever be made ever. That's crazy. It's insane. Skeletal Shenanigans is more popular than Dear Nostalgist's Cataclysm, Extinction, oh that's at Gauntlet level, Laser Room, Problematic, Bloodlust, Decode, Slaughterhouse, Y-Step, Yatagarasu, Sidestep, Crescendo, Demon Mixed, Sonic Wave, Ultra Paracosm, Change of Scene, Future Funk, and yeah, Nintendo. The only levels more popular than Skeletal Shenanigans are Supersonic, X-Step V2, Death Moon, X, Speed Racer, I Spy, Platinum Adventure, Lightning, Road, 9 Circles, Bloodbath, and the Nightmare. That's insane. That level came out a few months ago. When did Skeletal Shenanigans come out? Yeah, Skeletal Shenanigans is more popular than Cataclysm. That's wild. Skeletal Shenanigans released 5 months ago. June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, a little over, like 5.5 months ago. Not even half a year ago. And it's already more popular than Cataclysm. What the hell? Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. I might stream again if I'm feeling up to it. We'll see. I'm just keeping an eye on how I'm doing. Yeah. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Is John still streaming? It's Jonathan GD streaming. We can rate him. Goodbye, everyone. Okay, there we go.